State legislators are one step closer to dealing with the billion-dollar hole in the state budget this year. Today, the Senate hacked away bit by bit at funding for all kinds of programs while they try to preserve two biggies: health care and public school spending. Some of the biggest cuts we're seeing are to local transportation grants and state highway funding. There are dozens of bills that repeal or downsize various state programs, like a property tax deferral program, a kidney disease task force, education grants, workforce training. So despite all the talks about a budget shortfall, in terms of raw numbers, the state budget is actually increasing about 3% over last year's budget, but a lot of that's being gobbled up by rising Medicaid costs and a slight increase in school funding. The nearly $44 billion budget still has to get through the state house, and legislators still have to consider the bulk of the public school funding, which is a whole separate bill. Republican Senate Minority Leader Paul Lundeen says, in his view, the schools should be made whole first, then the rest of the budget should be shaped around that.
Let's put the big rocks ahead of the marbles and the sand. Let's fund public education with a fully funded School Finance Act that honors the students for who they are and how they show up on the doorsteps of their schools. And then let's look at the other elements of state government.
All right, it was just last year that they finally did fully funded public schools for the first time in years. The budget shortfall is renewing talks about the impact of the Taxpayer Bill of Rights, TABOR, which limits how much tax revenue the state can keep each year. This week, Democrats introduced a resolution directing the General Assembly to file a lawsuit challenging whether TABOR is constitutional. Democrats have long said that TABOR artificially creates budget issues in this state when Colorado's collecting enough tax revenue to pay for programs. Republicans say TABOR's not the problem, and the answer is to cut spending.